Dawn, last Auburn game, they didn't have honesty from Scott Grace. I think she's back now. Just what kind of challenge does that bring for switching the scouting report to play him this time?
Well, we actually were preparing for her to play. She didn't play. She's a 3-level scorer. She gives them another option in their offense to put some points on the scoreboard. And what they do, they do well. They defend well. They change defenses. They're quick. They're athletic. They're hard to keep in front. So they give them some more firepower.
Also, Raven, played 36 minutes, came in, didn't come out. Is there, some thoughts like maybe putting her out there to start tomorrow?
No. And I just want to be perfectly clear. And I was clear with Kiera. She's not playing bad. It's just Raven is playing, some incredible basketball that we're just really trying to take advantage of. But, Kiera's spot is fine.
What's that say about this team and their mentality that a great performance means you had a great performance and let's continue playing as a team?
Yeah, that's what it is. I think when I decided to switch the lineup in the third quarter going into the UConn game, I had a conversation with Kiera. She was okay with it, and then as they're coming off the floor just from warming up and onto the bench, and she whispers to I don't think she knew anybody saw her. One of our coaches saw her just say to Raven, it's yours. Go out there and run a team. And that is the kind of camaraderie that we have. I think Kiera sees the impact that Raven's having on the floor, and it's no detriment to her. It's just basketball.
Dawn, what's the most impressive thing about the way Raven performed against UConn?
She's unbothered. She's unbothered. She has a job to do. She does her job, and she does it well without, any extra. She plays one way. She plays one speed, and that's quick, and it's effective right now.
I know last week you said that you weren't going to look at anything in February as a trap game. So many people already thinking about LSU, but obviously Auburn is first. Do you even have to bring that up to your players, or is the experience of the squad so great now that they know that tomorrow is the first goal?
I brought the fact that the score was lopsided the first time that we played them, and it more than likely won't be that way. And that's a way of just getting them to think about what's in front of them. They don't give off that they're thinking about LSU, even if they're thinking about LSU. They practice extremely well and hard and focused, and that's what I get from it.
Coach, what is the process like of kind of resetting from sort of the emotional intensity and high of that UConn game to, settle back in for a conference opponent that you've already faced?
A day off always helps. Staying in our normal routine always helps, and that's what happened. If we had a shortened week, if that was a Monday and then we had to come back and play, there would be some hangover. But because we had a day off, it was great. We had a great day yesterday in practice, and I actually wanted to practice in the afternoon and have rebuild, miss a little bit of practice because of her class. But they all wanted to get up at 6 a.m. and practice in the morning, and their routine. That's been our routine this semester, and they're creatures of habit, and they wanted to continue it. I'm good with it.
Dawn, obviously going off UConn a little bit. Obviously, you already touched on the physicality comments and things like that. But is that something that gets kind of addressed with the team of these things are out there and things of that nature, just kind of on that style of play?
Yeah, of course. They see it. It's not hard. It's hard not to see it. But my thing is, I just don't like narratives that can hurt us in the future. So that's why I addressed it. If it was just a one-off and I thought it was the end of it, but I just don't think it's the end of it. I think if we have to play them again, that's out there. And I just want people to know that this is us. This is how we play. We can't change at this point. I wouldn't change, even if everybody fouled out. I wouldn't change how we play and how we approach the game. And we've had to make adjustments to people along the way. Pivot. We had to pivot. Everybody's got to pivot at some point, and But don't bring people down in the process. Again, I have never said one derogatory word about UConn or anybody that's beat us over the years. I've only said that they are the standard, and I continue to say they are the standard of college women's basketball on the court.
Dawn, has Gino reached out to you since
No.
last night or anything?
No, I don't anticipate it either. It's he said his piece, and I'm going to say my piece, and I'm going to protect our program and our team, and to make sure that they're okay. They're okay from a player standpoint because they play, they understand that. But from a human being standpoint, to see your name, to see your play described as that, it can play on their psyche a little bit. So I'm just going to make sure it doesn't, and then we just come out and do what we've been doing. The habits that we've created, we're going to continue.
Does it get tiring? Having to, you're such a strong voice and you take that on willingly. Does it get tiring to continue to have to do this, to defend the honor of your young women that work so hard?
I don't necessarily think it gets tiring of doing and saying the right thing. Never get tired of that at all.
How surprised were you by Gino's comments? How surprised were you by Gino's comments?
I saw him after the fact. I saw them on social media. He's able to say what he needs to say. He can assess the game as he needs to assess it. But at the same time, there are other players on our team, particularly that get whatever he felt his players were getting. We get that every single game, and I don't mention it. I just mention the double and triple teams. I don't mention the physicality of it because we play physical basketball, and if we can dish it out, then we surely should be able to take it.
Anything else for Coach?
I wanted to ask on the positive side that Sunday's game was the most watched women's basketball a regular season game in 6 years, and then you look at the national championship last year; it was the most watched championship game in 20 years. Do you think the networks and executives are starting to look at you guys? You spoke a little bit about it after the game, but when they see the numbers, they're starting to see, okay, this is going somewhere for us.
Yeah, I think I think it was publicized in a way, and I think you got two top teams. You got the teams that played in the national championship game last year. It's going to bring a set of eyes on it, and quite naturally, I wasn't surprised by the numbers, and I won't be surprised by the numbers as they continue in our sport because we got great rivalries. We got great competitive, women's basketball is unafraid to play the best teams in the country. We pit each other against ourselves, and it's a beautiful thing that's not often talked about. It's just talked about when there's a highly ranked competitive game that's going on. But this has happened for years and years and years.
Dawn, as one of the icons of basketball, what are your thoughts on LeBron breaking the NBA scoring record, and especially how effective he is at this age and after so many years of playing?
LeBron is pretty special. I'm surprised that he did it because he's such a passer. Like, he has a gift of, just being a visionary out there on the court. But I think over the years he just wanted to win, and he had to do what was necessary for him to win. And sometimes that's scoring a lot of points. But what I really like about LeBron is his human side. Like, he's unafraid to speak on huge topics, knowing that he'll get some backlash, but he's got a platform. He's using it to uplift the voiceless. And the scoring title is great, but his ability to move masses of people to think about things that they aren't thinking about.
Dawn, of course, you have another Eagles jacket on. I think you posted Carmelo Anthony sent you something. Have you given thought to the post Super Bowl outfit rotation?
Post Super Bowl, I'm wearing what I'm wearing to the Super Bowl party on the sideline.
So it's already planned.
Oh yeah, the outfit's planned. I got two more jerseys, one for tomorrow and one for Sunday. I might got one for the post. I might got one following week.
Are they different players, or is it?
Oh, yeah,
You
different
mentioned you had
players.
another Reggie one.
Yeah, I do have another. It's not Reggie though. I got a little something else.